You're listening to WICR, Iona College Radio.
Good afternoon, Iona College. We are here, JD and JT in the afternoon. I'm your host, Jeremiah, with my two co-hosts, Justin, JT, and the City Island Connect.
The City Island Plug. The
Fitz.
City Island Plug.
City Island Plug. Who is like really out of it today.
Very out of it.
Sorry. Forgive him for that.
He may not get muted today.
There's no point.
Exactly.
He's just out of it completely.
Exactly.
But anyway, we weren't on air last week.
We missed you guys.
We took the same break that you guys all took, Veterans Day.
I was actually at work that day.
Oh, well.
So was I.
You were off from school.
Actually,
School should just be my job.
I hope it's your job.
I don't treat it that way sometimes.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, let's very quickly get into Week 11 in the NFL.
Patriots.
Where I'm just going to hear about the Patriots.
I'm going to keep saying it every week.
entire
The Patriots
time.
are done. Their offense is done. They should just get rid of Brady now and just, start developing Jimmy whatever the guy's name is.
Jimmy Graham, really?
Not Jimmy Grappioli or something. Yeah.
Garoppolo?
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're going to start developing him. The offense is done. They can't get it together. Look at
These
them
are
now.
the things that were being said.
Look at them now.
I mean, now they're awesome.
They're the best team in the AFC.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. Denver has to get it together right now.
The Broncos are, they're 2-3 on the road.
2-3 on the road, really?
Yes, they're 2-3 on the road.
That is really bad. They can't get it done. This past week, they lost 22-7 to St. Louis, who's just been beaten up on all the really good teams.
Yep.
Like the Seahawks, and I think they beat the 49ers too. And now they beat the Broncos, and they only let Denver score 7 points.
That offense.
7 points with that offense.
I'm telling you, man.
Peyton Manning still threw for 389 yards, but he did throw the 2 interceptions.
That offense, it's not.
I definitely think that now, because with this loss, possibly of Julius Thomas.
And you saw that hit on Emmanuel Sanders?
Wow. What a hit that was.
Oh, man. Those are the hits I miss in football.
Those were great hits.
I miss the James Harrison type of hits. Those are the hits I miss, the James Harrison type, when he's with the Steelers back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I was telling you the other day about the Ryan Clark hit on Wes Welker.
Oh.
That was a bad hit, too.
Or that, Drew Brees hit from last year.
It
looked like he looked like a little chicken.
Yeah, his head got detached from his body. It was pretty gross.
Yep.
I felt bad for him.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Anyway.
you for that input.
So, all right. Another big matchup was the Cardinals and the Lions, in which was supposed to be a really good game. It turned out to be a good game.
Yeah, low scoring, though.
Very low scoring game. Both defenses are quite good.
Yeah.
Especially the Cardinals, whose secondary seems to be pretty good, and their front seven also pretty great. So, what do you think about that game? What did you think about? Did you watch that game at all? I don't think it wasn't on national networks.
I don't have that.
I only saw it because obviously I have the Sunday NFL ticket.
All right.
Greatest thing ever.
I'm just gonna have to pull up one time.
I keep telling you,
but I'm afraid your mom might kill me. But anyway,
anyway.
I felt like it was gonna be like a low scoring game, but I thought the Lions would win.
But the Cardinals got off to a hot start. Drew Stanton, first 2 drives, he was able to throw 2 touchdown passes right away. I thought that was a big part for them. Really helped them get going, really helped the defense kind of get in that zone.
Definitely.
And then the Lions' offense was just stagnant the entire game. They got to Stafford, I think, about 5 times for a sack. And then they had
Johnson. He's just not what?
Interception.
That Madden curse hit him late.
Yeah, but he was also guarded by Patrick Peterson, and Patrick Peterson has really turned it on.
Yeah, but he's been injured
He's
been injured for part of the season, and other games he hasn't caught touchdowns. How many does he have? Like 4?
Maybe.
J.J. Watt has 4.
No, yeah, J.J. Watt has 4 combined touchdowns, which is amazing. He caught a touchdown pass in the Browns game, lined up as a tight end or a wide receiver, I don't even know. Came out of the backfield and caught a fade route. Fade route. Knee down, touchdown, J.J. Watt. Amazing. That's why J.J. Watt's one of my favorite players.
He just plays so hard. Like he
He just plays the game right.
What am I doing?
Nothing.
Thank you.
We're talking about you. Don't worry about
exactly. He just I love you, man.
it. Yeah, you're a great guy, Fitz.
Definitely.
City Island plug.
Brothers.
No doubt. A big game, the Sunday night game, which I thought was going to be a lot better than it was the Colts and the Patriots.
Woo!
Really? Every time?
Hey, man.
Say something about the Patriots, you're going to go there?
I mean, I just like
Your whole thing is that they were supposed to be done. They were written off as being done.
Yes.
They should trade Brady.
Yes.
Bench Brady.
Were they not saying these things after the Kansas City game?
But people don't. I guess some people don't understand Belichick and Brady. They don't understand that whole real connection.
Like,
Belichick and Brady is the equivalent of Duncan and Popovich. like they just win together. You
exactly. I don't understand like how they could just say
Jeter and Torrey. Like they just win together.
He's just like, it's done. Like, yeah, they're done. Just trade him. Just bench him. Develop somebody else. Like,
That was crazy.
and now that we got Gronk back,
Gronk is looking like the Gronk of old. Did you hear what he said when they asked him about remember that touchdown he had on Sunday night where the defender first grabbed him and he just kind of pulled him up?
what that broken tackle?
That Gronk said, this is what Gronk said. They asked him about it and he says, I thought I just pushed him off like I was pushing him out of the club. That's what Gronk says. Like I was pushing him out of a club and he was in my way. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but
Gronk is the man.
Gronk is the man. With a name like Gronk,
Exactly.
you got to be the man.
You have to be. He's always at the club partying, and he's always on time.
That's the old Gronk. Because the new Gronk, you don't hear much about him partying.
Yeah, but I know he still parties.
I'm sure, but you don't hear much about it
I
anymore.
read something that he was out partying a couple weeks ago, and he had a good time.
I'm sure he did. Probably with Johnny Manziel.
Probably.
Poor Johnny Manziel. They can't give him a shot. Just one game.
I didn't expect Brian Hoyer to.
Brian Hoyer's playing pretty well.
Yeah. Like, he's not making mistakes. It's like,
One thing I didn't know about Brian Hoyer is that he was the backup to Tom Brady.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I never knew that. I thought Brian Hoyer was a rookie.
Nope.
I didn't know that.
He was the backup. It was him and Ryan Mallett. They were both backups.
I knew Ryan Mallett, but
And
I didn't
Ryan
know
Mallett.
about Brian Hoyer.
Ryan Mallett started for the Texans this week.
Yeah, got the win.
And wait, the Texans played the Browns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they both played each other. They were both backups.
Oh, right. Yeah. I remember. That was interesting. Speaking of the Browns. Okay. Speaking of the Browns got Josh Gordon back.
You think that's gonna help?
I think definitely going to help. Got reinstated on Monday after serving his 10-game suspension. And I think he's going to help out a lot. He's going to be a great deep threat for Brian Hoyer. I mean, if you think about last season, Brian Hoyer wasn't the quarterback, right?
He was. He started for the first 4 games.
But then he got that ACL injury.
Yeah, I believe they started out 3-0. Right?
But then who did they I know it was Jason Campbell at one point.
Was Colt McCoy?
No, not Colt McCoy. It was somebody else. Oh, I can't remember.
That's why we need a stat guy.
This is why we need a stat guy. So I think Josh Gordon's definitely going to help out. And if Jordan Cameron can get healthy and come back from that concussion that he had, it'd be great. And I think their offense could get something going. They just let go of Ben Tate. Did you see that?
Yeah. Why? Why would they?
I mean, I guess they believe in Isaiah Crowell or whatever his name is and Terrence West. They're not bad, but it was still kind of like they signed a 2-year deal with him and then they let him go.
How long did he sign?
It was only like a 2-year, $7 million, but
at least he's still guaranteed. He's still guaranteed that money, right?
Or some money.
That's what I don't like about the football. If you sign a contract, I want all of it to be.
We're gonna get into contract talk in a minute.
I want all of it to be guaranteed, like baseball,
basketball. I'm telling you to save it. We're gonna get to that in a little while. That was a good teaser for you if you're listening in. That's what we call a teaser.
Segue.
And actually today the final ruling on Adrian Peterson came out that he will not be reinstated and he's going to be suspended for the rest of the year. At least the rest of the year. Without pay, which I am happy about. Without pay. You think he should be paid for being suspended? You're getting suspended and you're going to get paid? I still didn't understand that whole exempt list. You're sorting out your business with your child, the whole abuse thing, and then you're going to get paid? You're getting paid for all that? That's not right. Because in the real world, if you do something like that at your job, you're fired. You're fired. You're not getting paid after that. They're not going to keep sending you checks.
Like, this is really bad for his career. Because he had the potential to, get up there with Emmitt Smith, and he misses a whole year. And he's on average, he could have done 1,500 yards this year easily.
It's his fault, though.
No, I don't know what. I don't think it would have been hyped up that much if it wasn't for the Ray Rice.
Oh, without a doubt.
If it was just him by himself, I would say maybe a 4-5 game suspension, maybe.
Depending on the policy, because remember they changed the policy halfway through the season.
But didn't they not redo it after the Ray Rice thing?
Yeah, they redid it
Exactly.
after that.
So if it wasn't for the Ray Rice thing, I would have assumed 4 to 5 games.
I honestly would have, as much as I loved AP before all this came out, he was one of my favorites to watch. I would have been upset if he got reinstated and was able to play. I understand the rules. The rules say once you get all your issues solved, you are then able to play. But I just don't think it's right. I think this was a good move by Roger Goodell.
I personally feel Ray Rice should be able to play.
At some point.
He should be playing this season.
This season, though?
Yeah, they can't. What gets me so mad is you gave the suspension. He served it. Then when another video comes out, which he was honest about, they never said he lied. You're gonna add on another suspension because it looks bad on you. How is that fair to him?
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
At that point, it's not
I
his
believe
fault.
the
It's the
suspension.
NFL's
The
fault.
suspension should have been longer, but don't switch up on you. That's why I don't like the NFL. That's why I don't like Commissioner Roger Goodell, because he
He's
switched up because it was looking bad on him. You should have started out with 10 games or indefinite suspension. Don't say 2 games and when it looks bad, all right, we're gonna do it now. How is that fair? You can't do that in court.
You're right. You're right.
Sorry, I had to get on that little rant.
It's okay.
I had to get that off my chest.
Let's talk now a little week 12, looking ahead into some matchups. How do you feel about your Patriots taking on the Lions at home? And what should be another pretty good game. Hopefully better than the last one. I thought that was going to be a good game. It turned out to be.
And then right after they play the Packers, right?
Yep.
And who do they play after the Packers? Or is this?
I'm not sure who they play after the Packers.
I think it's Dolphins, Bills, and Jets again.
Yeah.
And that's our final 3 to 4 games.
Yeah. Either way, these next two are pretty tough.
If we
Especially next week because you're headed to Lambeau, where the Packers are 5-0.
If we steal one out of the NFC North, I'll be fine.
It depends on which one, though.
It doesn't matter.
I think you have a better chance against the Lions than the Packers. That's just me.
I feel like we have a better chance of beating the Packers.
Really?
Because it's mostly built on offense. Like, both our defenses aren't that good, but both our defenses can get stops.
Not so much as stops as turnovers.
We don't turn over the ball that much.
Really?
We don't turn over the ball that much. That's
You're
how we
lucky
win
that
games.
Sunday night game. You honestly, Brady threw some pretty dumb balls. He was throwing into double coverage and triple coverage.
But we don't turn over the ball that much. That's how we
Not anymore.
we
You
lead-
actually lucked out with Jonas Gray, who just went completely insane on Sunday night.
Only
Who
1.3
doesn't fumble.
Only 1.3% of fantasy owners started him that week.
Oh, obviously, nobody thought he would run for 199 and
Yep.
4 touchdowns. Nobody thought that was going to happen.
Last person to do that was Randy Moss to get 4 touchdowns in a game for the Patriots.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
But I feel like we can, with the Packers, we can definitely we can win that game because both our defenses, they're not great, but they're good enough to get stops. Lions, their defense is really, really good.
Their defense is really good, especially that front seven.
Definitely.
All right, so I think we're gonna head to commercial break.
Oh, I gotta give a special shout out.
A special shout
Gotta
out.
give. Can you just get me record me for a quick second, bro? Record me for a quick second.
What is going on right now?
Hey, player, don't judge my journey.
What?
Shout out to Chanelli, happy birthday.
Say that again.
Shout out to Chanelli, happy birthday. Shout out. Listen to your favorite radio show. You got something to say, Fitz?
Happy birthday.
Okay. shout out to our new dog, Lucky. That's it. You can cut it. You can. You can cut it. It's over, Fitz.
You guys are done now?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Song RoboCop, one of my favorite songs.
RoboCop by Kanye West. But quickly, before we play our song, we're gonna get to our commercial.
Oh, shout out to Maral too. Our prayers are with
Shout
you.
out to my girlfriend Maral. That's right.
Sister-in-law.
Prayers with
Sister-in-law.
Okay.
Sister-in-law.
We're gonna very quickly get to a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna head to our first song of the day, RoboCop by Kanye West.
All right.
WICR presents This Moment in History.
On October 30th,